Practice question number 1. How long should my child practice at home? For my students that are 5 and under, I get asked that question a lot. And it's usually because parents are trying to get their child to practice maybe 20 or 30 minutes, similar to the amount of time that they're spending in a lesson with me or with their teachers. And they're trying to recreate that at home. So here is a helpful hint. That's probably not going to happen. The most important thing about practicing with your super young child is to do it every day. Getting into a routine where they know that practicing is just part of what you do every day, kind of like brushing our teeth, usually helps with some of the anxieties about practice or battles about it. So if your kid is used to you doing it every day in kind of a pleasant mood in a sort of non-serious way, it's going to have a lot less friction when you try to get them to do it. So go for about 5 minutes at first, which will seem really short, but ideally they should be asking you to keep going at the end rather than being like, oh, Mom. Dr. Suzuki used to have a really good saying about it. He used to say, when the child looks up, the lesson's over. Now, obviously, for a parent, that can be kind of frustrating at first, especially if you're seeing your child focus for much longer than that with their teacher. Just know that it's a different experience when you're studying with your child at home, because with the teacher, they know that they're there to do the lesson, and they're probably less comfortable with the teacher than they are with you. So you'll probably get a lot more resistance than the teacher will on many levels. And don't see that as a sad thing, but more as an opportunity, because this time that you have with your child can actually be a really good way of bonding and helping yourself with your parenting in other areas. So don't worry about the length of time, worry about the mood and how your child goes away from that moment. So it should be a special time just with you. If there's any way that you can have pets and siblings and that kind of stuff sort of not involved or just loosely involved. So if you have someone else to watch other children or animals around the house, and this can really be a time for you and your child to connect, that usually works the best. It's also useful to find a special place in the home where you can do these practice sessions, maybe a special corner or a room if you have that available. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just a place where you go and your child knows that that is where you're going to do violin together. And make it kind of exciting. If they're not really interested in getting the violin out, you can take it out yourself, just start to pluck the strings, look interested, and ask them questions about what they learned in the lesson. I would say the best advice possible is to not try to do a lot during the practices at first, because essentially what you're trying to create is this environment for your child to learn and to feel that this is a special and happy time between the two of you. So if you're able to create that, that's your goal at first. The child is going to learn so much in their lesson with the teacher, and you might think, oh my gosh, they're going to forget, or if we haven't done this and that, the teacher's going to be disappointed. If you start making the practice sessions regular, I can promise you that your kid won't fall behind, even if you feel like you didn't accomplish the things that the teacher's doing in the lesson. Because at first you're just building this kind of rapport that your child knows that you're going to do this together at home and it's going to be a part of your life. So don't stress out too much. Try to do it every day. And as some of my students tell me, I haven't got a lot of time. Pretty much everybody has 5 or 10 minutes a day. So take that and use it as a really special time to enjoy you and your child's beginning on this journey of music together. So good luck.